Hello, love. So good to be back with you. I just got back from San Antonio and I had a really great trip. I love Texas and it was great. We had great food. My husband went with me and we had just a really great time there. And, time is moving fast, ladies. I know. As this episode is releasing, we are in September of 2023. Whew, it is just going fast. I can't believe we're almost through the year. I know. I'm sure you may feel this way too, whenever you're listening to it. So, have you ever felt like you're never going to get the weight off? No. Ladies, weight loss. You don't know what to do. You feel like you've tried everything. Even when you've had success, you start to gain it back. And it just feels like it's just so heavy, not just physically, but mentally. You don't want to think about food. You don't want to think about, should you exercise? Should you do this? All the new pills and potions and keto and I don't know, Noom and breathe into the all the things. It can really feel overwhelming. And I think what happens too is if you may be someone, and I was like this too, I was always trying to try the new thing. I didn't really invest my time into, learning about myself, why I carried weight and healing that part of me. I just was like, what's the quick fix? I want to get it off. And what it did was keep me on the diet roller coaster for almost 38 years. And I really do understand because this is what I do now. I help ladies lose weight for the very last time. And I do that by helping them end the restriction binge cycle, also known as dieting. I struggled since I was 8 years old with weight. I had a very successful life. I had lots of amazing things in my life, career, family, but this was the one thing. I weighed as much as 315 pounds. I did weight loss surgery way back in 2006 and then still gained a good portion of that back. I mean, I gained 55 pounds in 9 months after my mom passed. And I just felt like this was just always going to be my struggle. And I felt this, I'd mentioned this, but I felt like I was just carrying this 100 to 150 pound sack of mental weight along with the physical weight. And the mental weight was exhausting. What to do, how to do it. Then, failing and overeating and beating myself up. It was just this really bad roller coaster ride. And today I want to teach you, no matter where you are, no matter what you've tried, what you're doing, I want to teach you how to get started in 3 easy steps. I've worked with so many clients and I'm a master at helping women lose weight and change their life. And I also, in that, as I have clients and ladies, I see ladies too struggle. And I see them as they start to quit on themselves, when they're just feel like they're trying and it's not working and they have years and years of diet mentality, diet culture, diet trauma. And what happens is over time, it can make you feel really broken, like nothing is ever going to work. And I just want to give you some hope. And I want to teach you these 3 simple steps so that you can get started today. I believe this. You have to meet yourself where you're at. You have to decide on purpose that you want to do something different. I'm not going to give you a food plan. I'm not going to tell you what to eat. I'm not going to tell you you should do this. I'm going to offer you my experience in what I believe and what I have seen to create long-lasting results. And I think too, to help to heal some of the mental weight. Start getting rid of those old sacks that we're carrying around like bags on our back and to start to feel lighter, to start to feel freedom, to start to eat foods that you enjoy and that you like, to stop making meals for you because you're on a diet and meals for your family. That is what I'm offering to you. So the first step is what I call leave a bite. And this is very simple, and it starts to heal your relationship with your body so that your body is amazing. You have all of these different signals and hunger hormones and fullness hormones, ghrelin and leptin. But what happens as we've dieted over years, we don't know when we're physically full. We don't know when we're physically hungry. We've lost the ability to know that. And I did this too. I had no idea. I just felt hungry all the time. And I was eating all the time, snacking and just eating, or I was completely restricting and then, white knuckling it. And so this first step is all about a very simple process where you just start to leave a bite on your plate. So you have a sandwich, you have some fries. The 3 steps I'm going to teach you, I don't want you to change anything about what you're eating. I don't want you to go buy diet food. I don't want you to do any of that. I'm going to teach you these 3 steps so you can do it simply. You can start today. You don't have to go out and buy anything or change your life. All you have to do today is leave a bite on your plate and then just take a breath. Notice maybe some things that start to come up like, oh, I know. I grew up, my dad was like, you better eat everything on your plate. He grew up very poor. I understand it. But, and my parents are amazing. But I was part of the Clean Plate Supper Club. And I tell you, it lasted for so long. What I've learned is that, when you're very first starting and you have no idea about, when you're physically hungry, you have no idea when you're starting to approach fullness, leaving a bite starts to get you reconnected with your body. You start to see that, oh, I left a bite or 2, and then maybe a week or 2 from now, you're leaving 3 or 4. And you start to notice that, oh, well, I feel satisfied. I feel satiated. I feel good. I don't need as much food as I thought. Leaving a bite too is also so that you can start to talk to yourself about leaving the bite, because this is important. You can have waste in your body, meaning you eat everything on your plate, you don't waste it. You can have that waste in your body and it shows up as extra fat on your body. You can have that, or waste in the bathroom, or you can have waste in the trash can. It's your choice. You can decide. I know I'm not saying go out and waste food and make big things. I'm just saying, as you're starting this process, through this whole journey of losing weight for the last time, you're going to up level what you're eating. How I eat today is not how I ate when I very first started. When I very first started, I would get 3 plates of Mexican food and eat it all. Now I can have an enchilada and I feel really satiated and really good. But I don't want you to go from eating what you're eating today to restriction. This is what we're trying to heal. So you do this slowly over time. And you start with leaving a bite. Leaving a bite, it's the best thing. Number 1, leave a bite. Number 2, make a plan and make it realistic. Now, this is important. I teach a tool called the realistic plan. The realistic plan is unlike any diet plan. I don't want you to make a diet plan. You're not tracking your food, none of this. All you're doing is you're using a different part of your brain, your prefrontal cortex, in the morning, the night before, to decide what you're going to eat the next day. You're not going to make it diety. You're not going to make it what I like to call idealistic. You're going to make a plan of what you eat today. Whatever you ate yesterday or 3 days ago, that's what you're going to put on your plan. If you ate a Big Mac and fries and a chocolate shake, and you're like, that's what I'm going to eat tomorrow, I want you to put that on your plan. All 3 things that I'm going to teach you in these 3 simple steps work together. So again, this is about healing your relationship with food and getting you off this diet trauma roller coaster of restriction, binge, overeat. So make a plan. You're going to make it realistic. You don't need to make it complicated. When you're like, Shannon, I don't know what we're eating tomorrow, you can put, we're going to have a protein, we're going to have a veggie, we're going to have a carb, I'm going to have dessert. But I want to get real honest with you for a moment. Ladies, we mostly eat the same things. We mostly do. And when we start to make this complicated, it's because our brain is saying, hey, I fear this change, and giving you all the reasons, all the excuses not to do it. And I just want you to take a breath and just write down what you're going to eat. And if throughout the day, let's say you were going to have steak and baked potato for dinner, and you got home and your spouse or partner made chicken and rice, That is just a simple swap. You don't need to have any brain drama. This planning really isn't about the food. It's about you starting to meet yourself where you're at. This is what I eat today. It's about you starting to heal this part of you that is going through the restriction and binging and overeating cycle, because you don't need to binge and overeat. You're going to eat all the foods. You are not going to lose all your favorite foods. Just hear me on this. You can lose weight. And I know this. I did it. I've watched hundreds of clients. I have so many clients who have done this. You're going to lose weight by enjoying and healing your relationship with food. So make a plan, make it realistic, not idealistic. 3, hydrate. I know, hydrate. We have a thing about water, and I'll tell you this, your body, I like to call it the body basics. Your bodies need certain things. Your bodies need certain nutrients, it needs water, needs sleep, it needs to move a little, it needs to stretch, it needs all sorts of things. And I want you to start with hydration, because hydration, when we are dehydrated, our bodies send up just 911 signals. Our body is like, we're dying. I'll take food, because food is made up of a lot of water. And so suddenly you're like, oh, I'm starving, when really you're just dehydrated. Also, when we're dehydrated, we can feel really tired. We can feel mentally exhausted. And then we find that we just go into that automatic part of our brain where we feel like a robot and we feel a little numb. So hydration, I'll give you a few tips. Water is great. Water is so great. But this is the thing. If you want to put some drink mix, you want to do the thing, great. This isn't about rules, my love. This is about getting your body hydrated. There's just 2 things to know. When you drink caffeine, it dehydrates your body. When you drink alcohol, it dehydrates your body. So when you, like, I love my morning cup of coffee. Love it. I look forward to it every day. I love it. But I know that I'm going to be dehydrated. So I drink more before and after. And so if you're going to drink alcohol, if you're going to drink coffee or something that's caffeinated, just know that you're going to need more fluids, hydration. And that can be, again, your choice. You decide. I love good old water. And if you don't like water, there's lots of different drink mixes out there. There's lots of different things that you can put in it so that it tastes. You can put fruit in it. You can put it in a fancy glass, do lots of things. And this is how you know if you're hydrated, because your next question is probably like, well, how much, Shannon? You'll know. If you're running to the bathroom a good bit, that's a good sign that you're hydrated. And if you look in the bathroom and it's a pale yellow to clear, you know you're hydrated. If it's dark, you are dehydrated. Get some fluids in you, get some water in you. And this is important because remember, I want this to feel easy. You leave a bite, you make a plan, you hydrate. I want this to feel easy. And when you hydrate, when you take care of your body, and this is just a simple thing that you can do, then your brain isn't going to be sending up all those signals of, oh, we need to eat. Oh, we need to take a nap. Because when you start to feel tired, your brain's going to send up, ooh, we need comfort. We need food. We need, right? So I want to make this just really simple and easy. So you can lose weight for the very last time. You can heal your relationship with food. You can be what I like to call a diet dropout. Yes. And finally win the battle with weight. It just takes simple steps that I'm going to teach you, kindness for yourself, and talking back to yourself more than you listen. My love, in those 3 steps, if you find that you make a plan and then you don't eat on plan, or maybe you don't feel hydrated, or maybe you were going to leave a bite and you ate all of it, just take a breath, have some kindness and forgiveness, and move on. No beat downs, no talking to yourself like you're going to fail. It just takes a little bit of time and a little bit of support. You got this, my love. So if you want to know more, you can go to jointransformboss.com. Check us out. I think the free course is on there, or if we're open, you can join us. Again, If you want to take this work deeper, you want to learn about all the amazing things, go to jointransformboss.com, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.